covering it all, from sports to politics, religion, and world news, keeping you up to speed with all of the current events. And with Mike on the board and taking your phone calls, it's time for Politically Sound. And here's your host, political analyst, Stephanie LaRock.
And there you have it. There you have it. Taking sports? How the hell did sports get in there?
Oh, why not?
How did sports get in there? Tell me that. Tell me that. So, Jason, welcome to the show. Or whatever. Hey, Yan. And of course, we have M9 and Phil on the phone, all the way from the Sunshine State, Florida. Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome. I might as well do a show. No. So seriously.
Well, we'll have to include sports if all of a sudden the NFL looks for bailout.
Well, there's a football game on. Sports. I know there's a football game on today. I seen it on the television. Does anyone know who's playing? Anybody for the win? Who's playing today? You don't know? Okay. I don't know either. There, we covered sports. Now, we were talking for the win. Yeah. For the win. So that will be the sports segment of the show. So we were also talking about Paulson and the bailout and how it's not quite going as it was supposed to, and he's not, he's doing whatever the hell he wants, which is what he said he wanted to do in the first place, and Congress wouldn't hear of it, and now he's back to, now that he got the money, it's been appropriated to him, he's doing whatever the hell he wants. So that's what we were discussing when you all joined us. So, any opinions, thoughts? What do you think, Phil? What have you been hearing?
I'm just thinking that money being allocated and guy having the power that he has, I don't think that powers would be really thought that the government. Yeah, let's get the money out there. Let's get it. By the way, we will be looking at what.
Yeah, because as of welcome back, Yan. As of January 20th at noon, everything changes. It was great winning the election, but we still have to put up with George Bush till January. You know what I mean? It's like everyone keeps saying to Obama, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're gonna, whatever. He has to show respect for that, right? He's got to say, well, you know what I ran on, whatever, change is coming. But short of that, he has to say, I'm not the president. Because as of right now, he's not. But I heard some chatter that there may be some stuff, some legislation that exists that's on the books that if a president does kind of go crazy their last days in office, that the new president can look over the decisions of the past president for the last 6 months in office, and just completely by signing statement can reverse whatever the new president wants to, of anything that the other president did in the last 6 months in office. So basically when he was pretty much a lame duck. Now, I don't know if this has been tested or if it's just a rumor, it's not a well-known law that I know about, which, I know most of them, and so I've never heard of it, but somebody was telling me this, And if that's true, well then, this will be good. You know. Um, M9 just saying Bush still has time to end world hunger. I remember you saying that before too. They put restrictions on Nixon like that. Yeah, and it may actually be out of Watergate that the provisions in the law happened in the first place. So that very well may be actually. It was the Kennedys, JFK's administration that put an end to not being able to appoint your brother, for instance, attorney general. But Bobby Kennedy did a hell of a job as attorney general. I mean, he proved if it wasn't for Bobby Kennedy, there'd be no RICO law. He proved that organized crime existed. Like everyone knew it did. But nowhere had they, it was kind of like one of those Philip Morris moments when, they lined all the cigarette companies up and the CEOs had to say, and the senators and whatever, they were getting grilled in Congress and is nicotine addictive? And they all stood up and said no. And well, we know how the story ends, right?
I have to agree with M9. I really don't see the conflict of interest because, as adults, even if you are a family member of somebody who can appoint you, you still have to kind of worry about checks and balances. And as a separate entity, whether your president happens to be the brother or not, if you don't do your job well enough, you're going to bite the bullet.
Oh, I have to beg to differ. Okay, anyone remember this one? You're doing a heck of a job, Brownie. Nobody said that you had to appoint people of competence. Hey, is it Suzette? Welcome. I am Stephanie, your forever humble host. But you know what I mean? You don't have to be qualified. I mean, look at that. People who get plum appointments who are not qualified for them. I mean, Katherine Harris had no business in Congress. She had no business being the Secretary of State for Florida. I mean, you can't. George Bush had no business being the President of the United States. Okay? I mean, I don't know.
Shoot, in the state of Florida, you can't even pass high school without this new FCAT thing being taken care of.
Oh, what's that? Explain that to us, please.
I forget what the acronym is, but it's a generalized testing.
Oh, okay. Is it Every Child Left Behind? To do with that?
Yeah, it
All
has
right.
to do with that, but I honestly don't think many of these people that we have in office could pass these tests.
So, are you saying you think the test is too hard, or that they're so stupid that they couldn't actually pass a test in today's world as a grade schooler?
I don't think they could actually pass these tests.
Okay. So yeah. Well, look at Sarah Palin. Didn't know where, didn't know Africa was a continent. Couldn't name the countries in the continent of North America. Our own continent. She couldn't name there's only goddamn 3 of them, and we're one of them. There's only 2 others. It's Canada, United States, Mexico. Or Mexico, United States, Canada. From looking down or looking up, it's only 3 freaking countries, and she's from one of them. How stupid. Don't say people who are not qualified do not get these jobs. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Well, I wasn't saying they don't get the jobs. I'm just saying I don't think they could be held to the same accountability that they're holding our kids to get out of high school.
Oh, well,